Inside Rangers Football is brought to you by Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know. And Texas 46, a home-style hill country restaurant, has been in the Spring Branch community for over 30 years, where the focus is on a Lone Star favorite, slow-cooked barbecue. We can cater or host your next large event, too. Welcome to Texas 46.
Welcome to another episode of Inside Rangers Football. I'm your host, Brian Freeman, along with Smithson Valley head coach Larry Hill. It's playoff week, and the Rangers are in. They'll play Lake Travis in the playoff opener this Friday on the road there in Austin. But let's first find out how the Rangers got there. A 20-3 win over New Braunfels in the regular season finale from this past week. And, Coach, we said it a week ago. This was essentially a playoff game. Win, you're in. Lose, and you're out. And the team was down 3-0 at halftime. What was the biggest difference for you in the second half?
Well, not really anything, we go in at halftime and just, maybe discarded a few things and decided to feature other certain parts of our game on both sides of the ball. But more than anything, New Braunfels played extremely well. And, we had a hard time stopping them on third down, and we had a hard time converting on third down. And it was just kind of it wasn't a bad half. It just, you really want to credit them more than anything. But we came out, got stops in the third quarter, got some 3-and-outs, got some big plays offensively, and, I thought we just kind of got into a little bit more of an even flow, and then it just started building and building and building, and next thing you know, as you said, you're up 20-3, you win, and you're the runner-up in the most competitive league around. If you lose the game, you're in fifth place. I mean, that's the degree of separation in our league, and so pretty nerve-wracking, but we did what we had to do.
You mentioned big plays on offense in the second half. In the third quarter, you got a 25-yard touchdown run from Jacob Fortone to take your first lead of the game. But then you added to that lead a couple of third-quarter field goals from Mason Reed, 47 and 41 yards away. How valuable has he been as you made this run to the postseason?
Well, he's extremely valuable. A kicker, oftentimes goes underappreciated, but how many high bloop kicks have come down inside the 20, it pins them deep in field position, or kickoffs through the end zone and makes them start on their end of the field, or a 51-yard field goal to win the game, 2 plus 40-yard field goals to make it a two-possession or two-score game in the fourth quarter, the third quarter the other night. So, he may be that position may be underappreciated, but he and that position are not underappreciated at Smithson Valley, and he's been a big part of our run.
What was a defensive battle, a low-scoring game? There really weren't a lot of turnovers. In fact, there was just one in the game, and it was an interception for Jalen Nutt near the end of the second quarter when the Braunfels leading 3-zip and looking to add to its lead. How key was the timing of that play?
Well, there's no doubt. There were 2 or 3 turning points, as there is with most tightly contested games, and that was a big one. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal and go in down 6-0, or we don't want to go in down 10-0. But if we do, we do. But instead, Jalen makes a great break on the ball, and now they get done. We're able to knock it out of there offensively and get a first down or two and let the clock run out and go in down 3-0. And that's probably the play of the game.
You said this earlier. This is arguably the toughest district in this area, and is considered to be one of the tougher districts in the state. Yet you finish in second place with a record of 5-2. In district play. This after you begin the season 0-3, losing the 26-6 opener against Clemens. How far along has your team come from the beginning of the season to this point now?
Well, I think we've come a ways. I think most teams would say that. I mean, you should logically get better from the first of the year to the end of the year, but maybe even more so this year, as young as we are. As many underclassmen that are in the lineup, their rate of improvement would logically be a little higher than some older kids who've been through it before. And so, and I think the other thing is the schedule, who we've played. Our 3 non-district games are against district champion teams. And You know, we lose on the last possession of all three of them, and no one liked that. Certainly I didn't. But, you know, it kind of throws you into the water where you sink or swim. And, you know, we started swimming a little better. And, you know, here we are.
Well, again, the Rangers, yes, they are in the playoffs courtesy of a win over New Braunfels from this past Friday, 20-3. And with that, let's take a look back at some of the big plays for the Rangers and our plays of the week.
Let's take a look. Our first play of the week was a pivotal play right before the half. On defense, you can see New Braunfels is down inside our 10-yard line, and we're focusing on Jalen Nutt, sophomore cornerback, with the circle around him matched up with one of their wide receivers on the sideline. You know, we're down 3-0. There's not a lot of time left before the half. You know, we need to hold them to a field goal, or in a perfect world, hold them to nothing. And they throw that pass. You can see it's coming into the corner of the end zone. Jalen's in great position right in front of the receiver and manages to position his body right there in front and make a pick just inside the pylon. That is, the referee declares that it's a legal catch. We come away and stop them with no points, and we still go in down 3-0. But still, 3-0 is a lot better than 10-0 could be. Corey McElroy, an outside linebacker who you couldn't see on the other play. You can see he's kind of in the throwing lane there, which forces the ball a little bit wider. So Corey has a hand in this too. And then Jalen makes that interception just inside the pylon. We take over on the one, manage to knock it out of there and run the clock out and go in down 3-0. Here's our first touchdown play. Jacob Forton, a junior running back, is designed sweep to the right. You can see the New Braunfels defense flowing hard to our right, and then Jacob cuts it all the way back to the backside and picks up a block from freshman receiver Cason Wells, who circled there, and cuts it, splits the defense, 25-yard touchdown run, gets our offense going, of course gives us our first lead of the night, and kind of jump starts our whole team. Here it is from the rear. You can see the blocking a little bit better. There goes the New Braunfels defense on what they feel like is a sweep play to the right, which it actually is. And then as we cut it back, on the far right, you have Logan Smith, a senior offensive tackle. Right there in the middle, you have Nathan Muchigamba, a sophomore guard. And on the far left, Devin Smith, our junior center. And they're pushing their guys by the hole. Jacob gets behind them all and then splits them, runs right by the referee, gets it in the end zone. Another pivotal moment in the ball game. Great example of team defense here. You can see, get a little square there, that we're kind of conceding some passing yards there. You know, we're trying to make the offense feel like that is an easy throw. Greg Eggleston, one of our junior outside linebackers, in right before the ball is snapped, when the quarterback quits looking and looks in to get the ball, runs to the spot, and now suddenly the quarterback can't make that throw. And when he has to pull it down, Trey Witcher, as he's so often done this year, gets the sack. Good sack, but created by Greg's deception. There's Greg again. You can see it from the rear. When the quarterback quits looking that way, he breaks to the spot. Quarterback then looks, cannot make the throw. Fools the cameraman a little bit. Cameraman thinks he has thrown it. And now we come back late there, and you can see Trey getting up from the sack there. So another huge play on defense and makes the ball go over on down. And those are our plays of the week.
And looking forward to more big plays this week as Smithson Valley opens up the postseason against Lake Travis. We'll preview that game coming up in just a bit, but up next is Senior Moments, Linneman, Rangers Trivia, and more. Back with more Inside Rangers Football in just a moment.
Come on in.
Hey, Coach. I'm here to try out for the Rangers mascot. I mean, what's better than the guy who Smithson Valley was named after?
Don't you mean Benjamin Smithson? You're Benjamin Franklin.
Smithson? Oh, that makes sense.
He was instrumental in founding this area in 1856. He was one of the first Rangers.
The first Ranger. What position did he play for you, Coach?
He was a Texas Ranger, a Western lawman.
I get it now. I like where this is headed. Be right back. Hey, Coach, how about another perfectly executed shameless plug while I'm gone?
If you need video production work, there's no finer organization than WIC Productions. It's who we trust for Rangers Network and game night scoreboard production at Ranger Stadium.
Well...
Oh, you nailed it.
Rangers we will be!
WIC Productions. Watching a video is just better than reading stuff. Since I've had GVTC installed in my office, I've been able to get a lot more done. With fiber speeds up to a gig a second, I can turn in all my schoolwork on time, keep up on social media, and watch game film with no interruptions.
Whoa, we haven't even played that game yet.
Yeah, it's that fast.
Enjoy uninterrupted entertainment with your favorite apps through our professionally installed GVTC Wi-Fi home network. Log on to gvtc.com to sign up today.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken E Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. The preview of the Rangers playoff game at Lake Travis is coming up, but right now, time to have some fun once again with Senior Moments and our host, Emily Wick. Emily?
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Boys, is this time of bleh. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Hey, so Joey, I'm gonna start over. I messed it up. I don't know why, but put a hey in there. Ready? Go, 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 Rangers. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. This is a sort, this gets me angry.
This gets me furious.
He gets very mad very quickly.
So he was talking about you. That's kind of dope. And I don't say dope much. Actually, I say it all the time. Have you ever seen a selfie of a T-Rex?
No, because their arms are too short.
I know, it's funny. You just get the chest. Have y'all seen the new Jurassic World?
No.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
How is it?
It was really interesting.
Yeah?
Like, because you're sitting there and it's just like, wow, this is happening. Oh, it switches up. Oh, it switches up. And all the dinosaurs are flying everywhere.
I haven't seen it yet, but I just watched the first 3 again, and like it stresses me out so bad. Like I'm like I feel awful the whole time I'm watching it. I'm like I can't even handle it.
Make me laugh.
Okay. Oh no, never mind. That's the mustache, and these are the chops. How did you know that? That's funny.
My mom loves saying those kinds of things.
She does? Well, we need to hang out then, because that's all funny.
Attitudes are contagious. Is yours worth catching?
That's a good one.
That's his favorite one.
Stay on your highway.
I've got no talent. No, Will Gibbons had a talent for me. He could do that duck call thing. No way.
I say, what did I say?
Knees?
What did I say?
Alfonso's sweating it out over here. I'm saving him for last. Smiling at the big camera in 3, 2, 1. I thought you were going to be able to do it. Okay, ready? Just totally normal. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So, Merrick, if you were going to... I can't do it!
It's hard looking through the teeth.
Okay, wipe it off. Okay, put it back on. I got it this time. I got it. Okay. Whew. So I'm back with some new guests, and I'd like them to introduce themselves. Wait, we'll do it. We'll start with you. Okay, ready? So, Mark, why can you not tell a joke while you're standing on ice?
Because you're like worried about falling.
Because the ice might crack up. If you crack up, you fall through. That'd be a thing. Okay, it was called Castaway, and it wasn't a coconut, it was a volleyball. So you were so original with a coconut idea.
You have to be thirsty and just crack it open.
I'll buy that from you.
I'll buy it from you. I should have got Coach to sign some more from me. I could have made some money.
Oh, I thought
No, I was. That was good. You can answer it.
Okay.
There's no rules in here.
What's the bud of a flower?
What?
What's the bud of a flower?
I don't know. That's the little baby bud before it opens. It's a bud before it opens.
Oh, okay.
So like bud, like, what's up, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Y'all need to see Dr. Ferris.
That needs to be in the commercial.
Coach, wait, sorry. I'm gonna say, Coach Brandt, back to you.
Well, Coach, that's kind of the blooper reel of this year's senior moments, but really all fun all year long to see Emily talk with your senior football players.
Well, that's become a special thing for our players. They look forward to being a part of that. They've seen guys older than them go through that, and you know, we get asked all the time, when's my week? When's my week? So appreciate Emily doing that. It's a lot of fun.
It is a weekly segment here at Inside Rangers Football, as is Little Man. Let's take a look at this week's segment with Coach Hill in the film room.
One of the throws in our offense is a concept called paddle. There's nothing magical about that word, but it starts with a P and it also has a D in it. P for post, D for dig. So we're combining a post and a dig route into one and reading one defender. If he, simply put, if he covers one, we throw it to the other guy. If he covers the other guy, we throw it to the first guy. So to explain that, we'll bring in Coach Jeff Shin, coaches our wide receivers, who runs the post and the dig. And he'll take us through the paddle play with the little men.
Awesome, Coach. So what we're trying to do, like Coach said, is we got a post and a dig, and we're trying to pick on the safety. Perfect world, we'll get the home run ball, but we've got to take what the defense gives us. On the paddle, the dig route, and the number 2 receiver, he's going to push up and try to occupy the safety. Outside receiver is going to run a post over the top. Quarterback is dropping, eyes on the play side safety. If the safety drives on the dig, we now have a one-on-one post throw, which we like one-on-ones. If the safety bails and wants to help on the post and double cover the post, we now have a window to throw between the backers on our dig route. So again, paddle, dig in a post, eyes on the safety, take what he gives us.
Let's look at paddle in live action now with some game footage.
All right, here we are again. We're working our paddle. You can see the 2 receivers at the top. The receiver in front on the line is going to be working the dig, and we're going to run the post with the receiver off the line behind him. We are keying the play side safety up at the top of your screen over the 2 receivers. Okay, let it play here. Jeremiah is going to dig. Mason Pierce is going to be rolling around for the post route. The eyes of the quarterback are on the safety. You can see the safety bail. So that's telling Levi, I'm ready to throw the dig in there. And you can see Jeremiah coming into the window. Safety's over the top. Let's throw the dig and first down. Nice job. All right, here we are. Now we're running to the bottom of your screen. The paddle again, we actually have a tight end running the dig portion of it. And here we go. We're going to read the safety to the bottom of your screen. He's going to jump the dig here, opposite of the last clip we just saw. And which you can see him there. And then, boom, we got one-on-one, which we like, one-on-one, and we hit our post. Corner goes for the ball, and we take the post in for a touchdown.
The paddle play at Smithson Valley. Been good for us for several years. Thank you, Coach Shin, for explaining that to us. And now let's go to Ranger Trivia.
This week in Rangers Trivia, with Friday's win over New Braunfels, Smithson Valley clinched a playoff spot for the 23rd time under Coach Hill. In the previous 22 postseasons, how many times have the Rangers advanced past the first round? Is the answer A, 14 times, B, 16 times, or C, 18 times? The answer is C, 18 times. The Rangers are 18-4 in playoff openers all-time under Coach Hill, including wins in each of the last 3 seasons, a stretch that began with a win over the Reagan Rattlers back in 2015. And again, an 18-4 all-time record for Coach Hill in the first round of the playoffs. And again, this current streak of Smithson Valley's 3 wins in a row began back in 2015 with a win over the Reagan Rattlers. Coach, what do you remember about that game?
Well, they were 10-0. You know, and we were coming out of this league, you know, 3rd place, 4th, whatever we were, you know, so decided underdogs, but just really remember how dominant our defense was all night against some high galloper players, and, you know, how we controlled the ball, really just controlled the game. I don't remember anything spectacular that we did, you know, one wow play, but just played solid all night, and was up 17-0. They scored right at the end to make it a little closer, but it was a good win.
Well, Smithson Valley looking to make it 4 wins in a row in the first round this Friday as they take on Lake Travis, and we'll preview that game coming up next. Back with more Inside Rangers football in just a moment.
Let's go. Hurry up. Get the play in.
Okay, here we go. Left retainer. Headgear. No popcorn. Straight teeth.
That's a good call.
Headgear. Straight teeth.
Yeah.
Good call.
What's going on here? I thought I left you in charge. It was a good call.
It was a great call. It was a really good call.
Okay. Run the play.
Smoky Mo's is great. You can feed a whole bunch of people on a little bit of money. It's perfect for Friday nights.
My boy's a football player, and this fills him up. The brisket is awesome.
I like brisket and sweet brisket. I can't say it.
They have the best turkey, brisket, sausage in all of Comal County.
I agree, and the kids love it too.
You're never going to play offensive line for the Rangers eating salad. Come get some beef.
Get your guns up!
Go Rangers! Back at Inside Rangers football, and again at Smithson Valley, taking on Lake Travis in the playoff opener this Friday. A Lake Travis team that needs little introduction. They have been state finalists 3 years in a row, had one of the great runs in high school football playoff history, winning 5 straight state championships in the mid-2000s. You look at the team this year, Coach, they're 9-1. Only loss so far this season came to Westlake. What grabs your attention when you look at this year's Cavalier football team?
Well, I think just how balanced they are. You know, they've got great players at every position. It's not a situation where let's load up and stop the pass or stop the run.
Right.
Or they're getting it all done with defense or whatever. They're as good as advertised. They have good players at every position. You mentioned their tradition. They have great coaching staff. I mean, you know, all the accolades they have are well deserved. So we've got our work cut out for us.
Let's break down each side of the football, and we'll start with the offense. It's averaging more than 40 points per game. The quarterback is Hudson Card, a touchdown-interception ratio this year of 28-2. A lot of weapons to throw the ball to, and also can make plays with his feet. Have you played a comparable offense or quarterback like this season?
Well, every offense is a little bit different, and so certainly we've played some dual-threat quarterbacks. The kid at Clemens, Judson, the Madison kid, of course, is a guy that can get it done. But, you know, no two quarterbacks are exactly alike, and there's no question he's got a Division I arm and he's got Division I feet, and I think he's a Division I commit, so he can do it all.
The defense has played just as well this year for Lake Travis. They're surrendering less than 19 points per game. They've forced their share of turnovers, 14 so far this season. They're getting after quarterbacks as well. What holes, if any, are there to expose in this Lake Travis defense? Well,
there's no real holes. As a program of their stature, you know, there's no glaring weakness. You know, I think you'll have to be balanced. I think you'll have to be able to zig when they maybe think you're going to zag. You know, you'll have to present things slightly different than what they're expecting. Not much different than any other week, real frankly, but we know that there'll be times when it's going good and times when it's going so-so, and we got to get enough good ones together to pull it out. Now, we spoke about this earlier. Looking back at your schedule in the regular season in non-district play, playing a team like Madison, like Midland Lee, within 26 6A play, playing teams like Judson, Steele, and Clemens, how well prepared do you feel when you take the field against a team like Lake Travis then? Well, nothing necessarily prepares you for anyone, but hopefully the environment you've been in more than anything else. Again, their systems are different than those teams you mentioned, just like those were different than the others, but certainly the caliber of play, the environment that you've been in, you hope that helps you. I guess we'll find out Friday, but if you could script it, you know, you'd like to win every game in that kind of environment that prepares you for the playoffs. But we didn't necessarily win them all, but you know, hopefully our guys will be ready for that kind of atmosphere. And what do you see being the biggest keys to Friday's game? Well, I think you got to make them drive the ball. You know, they've been so explosive on big chunk plays with multiple playmakers, and I think that's true every week. But certainly they've made a living on that. And then you know, as far as our offense against their defense, got to control the football. You know, make them play for some long drives. But we'll have to get some explosives too. I don't think we'd be awful naive to think you can drive the ball 8, 10, 12 play drives over and over and over against a team of that caliber. And then probably going to have to make something happen big, not just a routine kicking play, but some impactful kicking game play that can change the game.
All right, Coach, best of luck on Friday.
All right, thank you, Brant.
Again, it is Smithson Valley versus Lake Travis in the playoff opener this Friday. Kickoff is at 7:30 in Austin. We'll have live coverage available for you right here on the Rangers Network. For Smithson Valley head coach Larry Hill, I'm Brant Freeman. This has been Inside Rangers Football. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you next time.